Welcome to the APTA Grand Prix Tour, presented by our national sponsors, Viking and Uline. We are live at the Glenview Club in Gulf, Illinois on the APTA network, presented by eNet Live. I'm Rodney Workman, along with two-time national finalist Lisa Rudloff, bringing you a semifinal match in Chicago Charities between the number 6 seeds, Roxy Enica and Laura Berendt, playing the number 4 seeds, Kelly Rohrbach and Suzanne Lemery. Set the stage, Lisa, for this great match.
Well, let's talk quickly about who the players are. Laura Berendt is from Lombard, Illinois, and she's a rackets professional at the Edgewood Valley Country Club. Roxy Enica is also a teaching pro out of Weston Field Club in Connecticut. Suzanne Lemery is a local player from Downers Grove, Illinois, and she's the director of platform tennis at Hinsdale Golf Club in Illinois. And Kelly Rohrbach is from Lake Bluff, Illinois, and is also assistant rackets professional. I don't know if we could take. You want to take a look at the draw? Can we pull that up? How these players got to this point in the draw. All right, so we're looking at the bottom half of the draw. Let's start with Berendt and Enica. Their quarterfinal round was quite a fun match to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Very athletic, lots of drives, quick points, turned into a 3-set match. They did lose the first set 4-6 and then won 6-4, 6-3. It was a very, very fun match to watch. A lot of people here watching that match got their way into the semifinals. And Suzanne Lemery and Kelly Rohrbach, they also had another 3-setter against Martina Andrejkova and Anna Maria Zabori. Another really nail biter last night. I watched the end of that match and it was really fantastic.
That was a great one. They were at 40 love up,
Yes.
5-4, 3 match points, and as Andrejkova and Zabori fought all 3 of them back, got it back to even. They
Right.
grinded for another 10 minutes and prevailed at the end. A great
Exactly.
match.
It was a really wonderful match. So let's set the stage for today. With Roxy and Enica, go through who they are. On the far left-hand side in the deuce court, we have Laura Berendt. Seen Laura really get a little bit more control over her drives. When she first started the game, she was a little wild, and she's really started to kind of calm down and pick her shots. She's very athletic. Very fun to watch, great volleys, quick hands.
Yes, she is.
Yep, and then we have Roxy Enica, who's in the ad court, wearing the gray top. I know it's kind of hard to see, it's very bright here today.
Yeah.
And Roxy Enica is played for quite a while. She's coming back on the tour after having 2 children, I believe. She has a big drive, very big drive, a lot of spin. She changes up her overhead spins a lot, drop shots, back spins, top spin, overheads. This team together, as I was watching yesterday, they both want the ball. So that's where I feel Lemery and Rohrbach are going to gain some advantage when they see a little bit of that confusion. But again, they worked hard, they won the points, volleyed well, and they prevailed last night.
And I think it's a classic matchup, Lisa, between old school and new school. Kelly Rohrbach and Suzanne Lemery will play a little more old school. They're going to lob tremendously well, and they'll wait out their drives, where Enica and Berendt will be pulling the trigger early and often. They have a relentless barrage of offense. And so I'm interested to watch these 3 Chicagoans, Berendt, Lemery, Rohrbach, all homespun here and is playing the Chicago market, and Enika's out east. So we're going to have a great match. Will Lemery and Rohrbach be able to withstand the relentless barrage of forehands and backhand drives and wait for the perfect shot? I think they can. I think it's going to be a great match. It all will, I think, be contingent on how many unforced errors the offensive team makes.
Right.
Because I will bet money that Rohrbach and Lemery will make less errors, but it just won't hit as many winners.
Right, correct. Well, it's going to be definitely a challenge today. It's a beautiful day here in Glenview. I believe it's about 40-something degrees, but the sun is shining bright. So
Yes.
if they are facing the hut, you've got the sun in the top right corner. You need to hit a lot of balls into that ad corner and also into the deuce
Ready?
corner away from
Welcome
the hut.
to the
It's gonna be a
2018 Chicago Charities.
challenge for
This
both
is
these
the
teams.
semifinal of the women's draw.
I think you and
On
I
my
might have
left,
the
playing
toughest
the ad
job.
Let's
corner, will
listen
be
to
Kelly
the
Rohrbach, and in the
chair
deuce
umpire.
corner is Suzanne Lemery. On my right, we have Roxy Enica playing the ad side, and Laura Berendt will be playing the deuce. Practice has been taken. We'll warm up, finish up with the warm-up serves. We'll get going.
I'd like to go through the players, but I don't want to discuss which side they're on, just because the teams are warming up with their opposing partners, which people do sometimes. If you know you're going to be serving on a specific side, you'll warm up on that side, even if you are warming up on the same side as your opponent.
We have Pat Layden up in the umpire's chair. He'll be calling the match. And I was getting ready to say before you made the introductions, you and I have the toughest job here. We're looking right into the sun.
Yes.
We'll do our best to call it accurately.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for both us and them today, but they'll adjust. Hopefully we can as well.
We will.
Yeah.
And yesterday, perfect conditions, about mid-40s to 50 with an overcast, so they didn't have to deal with any sun.
Right.
And it will come into play today, for
It
sure,
will.
early and late.
All right, well, looks like the players are almost ready. I think Roxy and Enica just stepped off the court for a minute. Should
I'm,
be ready to go.
A hair bias here. I hired Kelly probably 12 plus years ago, maybe more. She came
You
from
ladies
the
okay
West
with the
Coast.
ball?
She was
I
the
got a new one if
director
you
of
want one.
rackets at the Bel Air Country Club. And she was coaching Dr. Phil and Tom Cruise for a while. And I told her if she moves to Chicago, she better learn how to play this game to get through the long, cold winters, because it does get cold here. And she did. Look at her.
Right.
Semifinalist.
Here she is.
And I think, too, Lisa, they incrementally have gotten better over time. They've chipped away at it. Last year, they were in the that late into the the quarters or semis of the Nationals, and then Suzanne popped her calf.
I do remember that. I remember that. That was unfortunate.
Good streak momentum going, and that ended it. But they're hungry, and they definitely want to win a major.
Right. What I've watched from last night, they're a really tenacious team. They're competitors. Let things go. If something bad goes on, they talk to each other. It'll be a really fun match to watch. I think you're right. I think if they can keep the consistency and cause a little confusion for Berendt and Enica, I think they're going to prevail.
Kelly's great at huddling up, always talking, always positive. Suzanne has improved so much. She plays a ton with her husband, Matt, who's one of the more respected paddle tennis pros in Chicago.
Okay.
But last night, I had the pleasure of calling the Enica Berendt match. They beat the #1 seed of von Starrenberg and Hanisch.
Yeah.
And you called
We're in
that
a minor
match,
delay here. We
that
will be
was
getting started
tremendous
shortly.
paddle, very athletic. Probably, as Brad Easterbrook and I both said, it was the most athletic women's paddle match we've ever seen. Very exciting.
It was exciting.
Razzle-dazzle points. And you were up there in the...
It was fun to watch it from the chair.
I
A
bet.
little chilly, but it was very fun to watch it from the chair because I was able to really see how the points were developing. And I mean, there were some points that my head was still to the right, and right away it was to the left. I just was like, these ladies are taking the
7
ball off
games
the
or
deck
set,
so
whatever everyone
fast.
agrees
Yeah,
on.
they were.
It was really, really fun to watch.
Well,
it just-
both teams are on top of their game, probably playing better than they ever have, coming off big wins last night.
Right.
They had to fight to get here
Yeah, so this will be fun.
for a berth into the finals. We're
Right,
getting
here
ready
we
to
go.
tee it up.
So let me just
Berendt
go
to serve.
quickly. Laura Berendt is serving. She is on the bottom end of your screen. She's in the blue top. And her partner
15.
Roxy Enica, who is in the black pants on the right side.
Perfectly located forehand drive by Rohrbach, the right hip of Enica. Love 15.
And receiving the ball, well, almost
15
receiving
all.
the ball. Kelly Rohrbach in the ad side on your far right. And Suzanne Lemery now receiving the ball in the deuce court.
That'll be recorded as an ace in the books. Let cord winners count in this game off the serve. You only get one serve in platform tennis.
Already starting with 2 very deep lobs by Kelly.
Now it'll be interesting to see if they swing more balls over to Berendt's corner because of the sun. If they keep
You mean
going
Anika's corner?
No,
correct?
I mean into Berendt's corner.
Oh,
So Kelly, when
Okay.
she's hitting this overhead, she's looking directly into the sun. Now,
gotcha. Gotcha.
a little less out of that corner. You can see the shadow over there.
Mm-hmm. Correct. It'll be much easier for her to see if she hits that deuce corner.
There she
But-
swings it.
Just notice how tall Kelly Rohrbach is. She's probably going to hit most of the overheads.
These two aren't intimidated by big drives either.
No.
They build a good wall. Quiet hands,
Right.
quiet legs.
There's that forehand, and again, look at that spin from Enica.
30-15.
It's tough to get a clean shot off that, even as Rohrbach's transitioning back. Nice pace, and that's what you have to be worried about with Enica. She's she's a barrage of spins that she can choose from.
Yeah, she hits all of them.
Mm.
She plays that contemporary game, which
Looked a little tentative by Lemery,
40-15.
but that's okay. They're getting into the match.
yeah, first few games just trying to get some rhythm established, trying to figure out a game plan that they like. Dealing with the sun today.
Yeah, I'm already feeling hot here.
Game, Berendt, Enica, they
Okay.
lead 1-love first
Looks
set.
a little tentative, but again, now they'll be in the be on the shady, quote, shady side for a few games.
It'll be interesting to see how many games are won on this side that Berendt's on right now. Looking into the sun, I'm going
Right.
to say that there's going to be many more games won on the other side.
Correct.
That last forehand that Lemery hit, she was out in front of it. Timing was off. It was like she didn't even see the ball.
Right. All right, we have Suzanne Lemery to serve.
Great spot.
Those backhands, they just keep coming. Nice move to the left by Roxy Enica, looking for that drive, looking for that offense. How balanced Enica is hitting those drives. Drive after drive after drive.
A little extra giddy up on that one for
115.
Berendt into
Right.
the breadbasket of Lemery.
She's always moving forward.
Yes, she is.
Mm.
If they minimize their unforced errors, they'll be tough to beat.
They will be.
Love 30.
Again, Berendt moving forward very nicely, keeping that ball low so she doesn't get hurt.
One thing you can count on from Lemery and Rohrbach is they will fight hard to the finish.
Mm. Oh,
Keep
bad luck.
battling.
Love
Lucky
40.
let cord.
Yeah.
Take them when you get them.
All right, well, Enica and Berendt are coming out strong. Love to see Lemery cut that ball off
Mm-hmm.
and go right behind
15,
Berendt. Berendt's
40.
already starting to move in as Enica's driving that ball.
A great half volley by Rohrbach.
Mm-hmm.
Neutralized Berendt at her feet. Look at the white forehand, how she
Mm.
comes from 3 o'clock
30,
to 9
40.
o'clock. She side swipes that ball and gets heavy spin on it.
Right.
That's the contemporary forehand.
Mm.
Great volley, Lemery. Great
See, they
volley,
both
Rohrbach.
want that ball. But it's dangerous.
Game, Berendt, Enica, they lead 2-love first set.
So much for my sun theory.
Right. Well, they're keeping the ball low.
That's for sure.
They're not looking up. They're driving a lot of balls. Again, it's still difficult to see, but don't have to look up so much. And Roxy Enica serving. Third game of the match.
15
forehand
love.
error by Lemery.
Right.
It's one she has to make 10 out of 10 times.
Right. And I'd like to see them not feel like they have to overdrive Berendt and Enica. Just make some balls, get
15
into
all.
the match, which is difficult when you have players that are driving consistently, play that fast pace, and that's what Enica and Berendt want. That's a nice drive by Lemery. Slow, low. There's
Good
one
roller.
topspin.
I'd like to see Enica change her speeds on that roller a little bit. We
Yes.
were talking last night about it. She's got one gear on that
Right,
roller, and that thing will go a lot further.
right. Or do a cut overhead if it gets a little lower.
She rolls that thing with off speed into the side screen.
Wow. Little wild forehand by Enica.
15-30.
All right, 15-30. Last night, Enica did have a little bit of trouble with her serve. She had one
Back-to-back
game where she vaulted 3 times. So she really goes for that serve. There's
Yes,
the
she
sun
does.
issue. There's the sun issue
15-40.
right there. But she goes for that serve, which is great. But going for it with the one serve.
3 unforced errors in this game. from
Right.
Roxy Enica.
I think the sun was definitely a factor. That last overhead.
Great switch.
Right.
Wonder if they'll switch back in the backcourt, or they're happy where they are.
Right.
Great, Nick.
30-40.
Break point number 2. Lemery and Rohrbach trying to get on the board here.
Be a nice break. Wow, look at that. Even if that were in, that would have been a
Game,
fantastic
Lemery,
serve.
Rohrbach, Enica, Berendt lead 2-1 first set.
Okay. Well, here we go.
4 loose errors in that game.
All right.
And again, Enica needs a short memory. Cruz and Warner playing Dardis and Shea on the court 2.
And the
just
other
starting off as
semifinal.
well.
All right. They have the less sunny court.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Lemery and Rohrbach talking about what they want to do here. I'll start with an I formation. And Kelly Rohrbach to serve. 1-2. Okay.
15
Nice to
love.
get a couple freebies.
They've gotten 5 freebies here
Mhm.
in the last, I think, 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll take them.
That's a nice. Well, again, but then Roxy needs to throw that, and Enica
30
needs to throw
love.
that ball up. She's in a bad position to drive. Rohrbach hit a really stellar volley from a very tough position, so you'd have to know. Next ball needs to go up.
Enica falling
Oh.
backwards on that drive off her
Mhm.
back foot. Now there's a
Mhm.
loose volley
30-15.
Right.
by Rohrbach.
Well,
She
again,
knows it.
Berendt hit that a little bit slower, so it caught Rohrbach off guard. Wow, right at the body.
Great hands.
hands.
Tremendous Lemery volley there.
There we go. Love seeing Lemery cut that off. Wow. No time to regroup when you get that drive right back at you.
And
30
if you
all.
look at Rohrbach's volley there, she stabbed at that one instead of absorbing.
Mhm.
You're getting that huge power coming at you. It's
Right.
hard because you only need to hit it about 20 feet,
Right.
15, 20 feet, and she stabbed at it, hit it long.
Right. Well, she got a little caught off guard with the transition. She hit that let ball to Berendt and then quick transition to Enica. She has to get set before your opponent hits that ball.
Lemery and Rohrbach volley well.
Mm.
They can win this because I think it's going to come down to volleying strong.
Yes. It's
Great location.
Yeah.
Laura Berendt right on the
30,
right hip of
40.
Rohrbach.
all right. Well, Rohrbach was hitting forehand volleys, and all right. break point for Berendt and Enica.
Wide ball.
And that's rare for Rohrbach to fall.
Game, Enica,
She
Berendt. They
doesn't
lead
give
3-1
away
first set.
anything,
Okay.
as a general rule. She
All
comes
right.
from an athletic family. Her father was the backup catcher for the Chicago Cubs, Kenny Rudolph.
Really?
Great guy. Met him at Kelly's wedding.
Again, another wild forehand
That's
from
just-
Lemery.
15 love.
And I
Straight
don't know if
visual.
that's a sun. I'm not convinced yet that that is a sun issue, but maybe it is.
I'm pretty convinced because I watched most of that match last night.
Okay.
Hit
And-
every ball on the sweet spot.
Right.
Pure.
I'll hit the back of the line in Nika's volley. She's got to get, Rohrbach's got to get her feet set a little
30,
bit earlier
love.
to make that drive.
Yeah. And again, just trying to sneak one in there. It's their,
Yeah.
their, little tomahawk overhead,
Right.
semi.
Sometimes that's just not
Attack.
necessary. You want to do it, but it's not necessary. And just throw another lob up, play another point.
40
Well, I
love.
think that's their 5th drive mistake, Lemery.
Struggling over there in that
Yeah.
corner.
She is. It's okay.
She'll
Deep
figure
breath.
it out. Remember out there, it's never how you start. It's
Ah.
always how you finish.
That's right. Well, she got Lemery spun around on that again. Two
Great roller.
different spins from
Game,
different
Enica,
placement
Berendt.
spins
They lead
from Enica
4-1
on her
first
overhead.
Can you comment a little bit about the team uniform of Rohrbach and Lemery?
Yeah, so just before Lemery and Rohrbach got onto the court, they are supporting a syndrome called Dravet syndrome, which I believe the Chicago Charities is giving their money to.
Awesome.
All their proceeds are going to Dravet syndrome. I believe it's an epileptic syndrome, but
And I
I'm trying to
believe
learn a
it's,
little bit
Love
more about
15.
that.
Chelsea Nusslock's niece, I think.
Yes, has Dravet's, and I think
wonderful
they're
cause.
supporting that. It's a wonderful cause, and so every set
Love
that
30.
a sponsored team, if they're wearing that T-shirt that you'll see, every set they win, more money gets donated to the foundation. It's a really great cause. Wonderful to see.
Love 40.
Okay, that let serve was out. Again, Suzanne Lemery is serving at 1-4 first set.
Lemery needs to find herself here. She's in a precarious spot.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't been able to get on point,
Yeah,
but she will.
she will. She'll get those feet going, get a little rhythm. Maybe slow the game down a little bit just so she can get her rhythm. There we go, another
Game,
quick,
Berendt, Enica.
quick
They lead
game.
5-1 first set.
That's exactly what Rohrbach and Lemery don't want with against Berendt and
Right.
Enica, who are going to be playing quick to begin with. They
Right.
love fast play.
Right. Well, the match they played last night with Hanisch and Van Starnberg, as I was sitting in the chair freezing,
Love
I
15.
was very happy to see that most of the points were very quick, and they were 3-4 shots. When they did get into them, it was wonderful points, but some of
Three
the
long
points
sets,
were
though.
3 long sets, but very fast points. I think there were only 4 games that went to deuce.
Most athletic ladies match I've seen.
Right.
Fun to watch.
So Enica and Berendt really do want that pace of play. They thrive off that. They're better in that situation. And I think if Rohrbach and Lemery can move those lobs around a little bit more, Enica and Berendt do have some confusion because they both want the ball. Enica really wants those overheads. But so does Berendt, and that's where the confusion could come from. I like this play right now. They're slowing it down, choosing their shots wisely.
Berendt's doing a great job of getting out of the way. Enika's
Yes.
the captain of the overhead.
Oh, wow.
And everything's going their way right now.
Yes.
A full
15
swing
all.
roller, let cord winner.
Right.
But Berendt is clearing beautifully. For
Right.
those out there watching, they're both right-handed, and who's ever on the left side at net is the captain of the
Mhm.
overhead,
Right,
and that's why Roxy Enica was taking all the balls.
right. But they were getting a little confused with that last night, so it's nice to see that they've cleaned that up.
15-30.
All right, they're down again on Enica's serve.
Great to see in the semifinals 3 Chicagoans. Berendt played college tennis at the University of Texas. There's a power failure from Lemery.
30.
And why is that? Her hands were high. Nothing to push from.
Got to hit the sweet spot.
Okay, let's see how Lemery receives this serve. Still looks a little tentative to me, Rodney. Wow. Great
She
pickup
is.
by Enica.
Her confidence is definitely down. She's starting slow, so she's got to play longer points. We're seeing some longer points this time, which favors Lemery and Rohrbach.
Right.
And that's what they need to do, is take the air out of the ball and just get into some long rallies, see if they can win long rallies. That might be their answer.
Right, well, they're not winning the quick ones, that's for sure. I like that change-up. Wow, that's a great volley. But I still like that change-up that Rohrbach gave. A soft
40-30.
drive.
Set point.
Yeah. We need to get a time on this set if this finishes off here. It's a very quick set.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, all right, there it is.
Game in first set to Berendt Enica, 6-1.
20 minutes for that first set. That was just too fast.
It's always interesting, Lisa, how they, after a long day on Saturday, how they come out and,
Ladies want a new ball?
you know, if they start slow, as Rohrbach and Lemery have. But right now, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA Network, presented by eNet Live.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We are in the semifinal match between the number 4 seeds, Rohrbach and Lemery, versus the number 6 seeds, Enica and Berendt, who won the first set decisively 6-1 in 20 minutes. Lisa, what do you think?
Yeah, well, again, I do believe that Berendt and Enica really want to have that pace of play.
Right.
Obviously, 20-minute set, that's what they want. That's where they thrive. That's where they're best. And I think Lemery and Rohrbach just gave too many freebies, too many free points.
Uncharacteristically so.
Yeah.
Second set beginning.
I mean, the sun was maybe a factor, but it didn't affect Berendt and Enica.
And is it nerves? Who knows?
It could be. It could be nerves.
First or second time in a major semi, and looky here, they both played back.
Yeah, and I
Great
like that
roller.
play.
I do too.
They have to do something different. They have to give Enica, and there's a little bit of that. Did you see a little bit of that confusion in the lob? Who was going to take that
Love
overhead?
15.
And they need to split Berendt and Enica apart a little bit more, slow the game down.
Well, that's what they did. They're both back. You see Lemery, who decided to be back.
Right, and I think that's a really smart situation too, not only for their pace of play, but also for the sun. All right, we have wow, that was an unnecessary guest appearance by Roxy
15
Enica on the
all.
volley. We have a score update on the other semifinal against Dardis and Shea and Cruz and Warner. Cruz and Warner are up 3-love. That's a little surprising, but Dardis and Shea will usually find a way to get themselves
30,
back
15.
into a match.
That's for sure.
All right.
30-15.
Thank you. I love that Enika's going right at Rohrbach again and
Working
again.
her.
He's really working her, yes.
Tremendous roller right there.
Right. Lemery's very fast. She gets to that drop.
Their goal will be to cut down on the unforced errors.
Yes. Make Enica and Berendt work and earn these points. They were getting away with a lot.
Which is what they're doing right now.
Right. Love the play.
About a 20-shot rally here.
Mm.
Remember out there, the longer the rally, the more important it is to win it. You can, ouch, look wide.
Okay, but I still like that
30
that
all.
play. They got a better look. And it's 30 all.
30
so
all.
much better pace of play for Rohrbach and Lemery.
Conceding the net. Good blitz.
I like that blitz. As you said, you got to make that blitz
30,
volley
40.
if you're going to do it.
Most
Make
often
it.
missed volley in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great neutralized drive that got it down low.
Right. Oh, I just wish Lemery would let that
Game,
ball
Berendt,
hit the
Enica,
screen. It
they
would
lead
just
the
give
second
her
set.
so
Absolutely.
much
They
more
won
time.
the
And I
first.
know it's difficult, and I know she's going to have to get very low for that spin drive that Enica just hit, but it's so much more controlled when you let that ball hit that screen. She has so much more time to set up.
The freight train is rolling down the tracks.
Right.
Lemery and Rohrbach got to start looking for some answers. They don't want this thing to get away.
Mm. All right, we have Laura Berendt to serve, 1-0.
Let cord. Nice dig by Lemery. Great lob. Higher than the lights.
Wow. Just a lot to get out of the way of that roller by Enica. All right.
That's
Sometimes
what
you need a little
Rohrbach
luck.
needs. Yeah, they need something like that to get this thing going.
Nice roller by Rohrbach, getting Berendt very low. Oh. I just feel like
15 all.
Lemery's a little out of sorts.
She is. 'Cause there's no sun over there. But
No,
we can
I-
say there's a shadow.
Right, but I just feel like she's a little flat-footed, trying to get into it, but just not finding the answers.
And to your point, if somebody starts getting nervous, start moving your feet more and try to get the
15,
energy going
right.
that way. Breathe a little bit.
Right.
Think positive thoughts. Sing a song to yourself, something.
Yeah.
Get your mind where it needs to be.
Okay, I like those drives from Rohrbach were much
15,
more
40.
precise and low.
She's picking it up right now.
Mm-hmm. She's got to pick her partner up. Give her a little confidence. I still feel like that forehand is a little wild right now from Lemery. Wow, look at that spin.
Full Ginsu swing overhead. Love that shot.
Wow. Such talent Enica has.
She has all the tools in the toolbox,
She
Lisa.
really does.
She's fun to watch. She's exciting and fun for the
Oh,
game, but there's the
yeah.
downside.
Yeah, but that's, you
Games,
know,
Lemery
she,
errors.
Rohrbach.
right, if she can come
Scores
out on
1 all,
top
second set.
most of those
Enica
shots,
Berendt won
then
the first.
she's better off.
No, she's on her way.
When she first started playing the game many years ago, she really started hitting the ball so much harder than any female that was on the tour. And we all thought, oh, she's not going to control herself and she's, you know, changed the game and this is not how we play the game. But, man, she's changed the way that women play this
Look
game
at that
now.
overhead right there. That
Yeah.
full cut overhead that had running English and ran away from Rohrbach.
Right.
I think there's a national championship in her future. This team's future. Berendt and
Yeah.
Enica are tough.
Yeah, if they can stay in focus, stay together. They look so much better today than they did yesterday at the net.
You mean playing those overheads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're great volleyers. I
Love,
mean,
30.
Hanisch and von Starenberg just nailed balls at them at the net, and it was like it was nothing.
Yeah, they have it all. It's just a matter of tightening it up,
Putting it all together,
not giving away free points.
right? And look, you've got Enica already almost at the service line, ready to go in. She
Love that.
knows.
That's
Good. She knows that Lemery and Rohrbach are staying back. Gets into the net quick so they can take control. It looks like Enica almost mishit that ball a little bit. I'm sure that's a sun issue. Oh, whoops.
And that's the strategy.
15-30.
For Lemery and Rohrbach. They just got to rope her dope in hopes that Berendt and Enica will get loose at net. Try to do too much at times.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, if they get hot and hit the nicks, look out. Great volley. Volleys offensively. You know,
15-40.
that's sort of the new trend as well. Lisa, there's more and more offensive volleyers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just that little reset bump,
Right.
they're sticking them.
Right, and they're getting their opponents to move around the court a little bit more with really athletic volleys. It's not an easy thing to do.
40-15. Trying to go up 2-1. They won the first set 6-1. Berendt and Enica did. Heavy rollers.
Mm-hmm.
There's the cutter.
Wow. 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 That's
There it
a
is.
really difficult shot to hit.
Game, Enica Berendt, they lead 2-1. Second set, they won the first 6-1.
Enica and Berendt are just full of confidence right now.
Little Wanaraya
All right.
shot.
Let's take some time to thank our national sponsor. Viking Athletics is the premier brand and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform tennis. The Viking Extra Duty Platform Ball has been the #1 selling ball in the industry for the last 20 years. It is the official ball of the APTA, of the APTA Nationals and President's Cup, and of the Grand Prix Tour. The official paddle of the APTA engineered to provide superior feel and the perfect balance of power, control, spin, and durability. The Viking paddle is the official paddle of the APTA, of the APTA Nationals, President's Cup, and the Grand Prix Tour.
Love 15.
Thank you, Viking.
Thank you, Viking, indeed. What a serve that Enica hit. Lemery chased it down and loose volley error from Enica.
Right, wow.
There's
Again, but I
15
like
all.
those drives by Rohrbach. Rohrbach's getting him down. She's trying to make something happen. I think she senses that Lemery is maybe a little bit out of sorts. Maybe she's going to try to do a little bit more than she needs to do. All right.
15-30.
I'm surprised they're having Enica serve, but I guess change the... What's that game score? Are we at the fourth game right now, Rodney?
We are
Okay. All right, so she has to serve.
2-1.
But we were a little behind. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. That is a fantastic shot. Well placed. She let that ball
30
drop.
all.
Berendt right into the body of Rohrbach.
The perfect roller, hard right you frame them right,
Right.
in between the hips and shoulders.
Right.
Can't get out of the way.
Especially if you're a two-hander.
It's the Nouveau game.
You like the Nouveau game.
Oh yeah, more
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had all afternoon, you could watch one match for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Old school.
Right. Then you'd have to play another one for 4 hours. Okay, we're going to come back to a replay of Roxy's cutter from down at her shoelaces after this game. Be fun to watch how she actually achieved that shot. Nice lob by Lemery. Love to see some of those balls go more down the line, though, to get Rohrbach involved, because I think Rohrbach's drive is a little bit more on right now.
Seeing if Lemery can find her groove.
Mm-hmm.
These long points sometimes will do it. Let you get confidence up.
Right. Yeah, I think that...
Ball's deep.
Yeah, I think that was a good call by Lemery Rohrbach. Yeah, it's hard for me to see,
30,
but
40.
you can tell it come off the paddle. And again, another break chance. Good move, good move. There we
Bingo.
go. There's the blitz volley that she
Game,
makes.
Lemery Rohrbach scores 2-all.
2-all.
Second set, Enica Berendt won the first.
I'm going to cue up an instant replay. Take a look at that full
Wow.
Ginsu volley. Again, that's the reason she's able to do that is an off-speed shot from Rohrbach. You got to keep the pace on the ball. If you don't, that can happen to you.
Right, but she really caught that
She
so
carves it.
low at her shins.
carvation, as I always call that. It's a tremendous shot. She's
Wow.
got skills. on
Oh,
top
I
of
like
skills.
that play. They both came in instead of staying back. A little surprise attack. But Berendt had no problem with it. She kept her eye on
Love
the ball.
15.
Got to put a little more pepper on it if you're Lemery. If you're up there, you either lob it up and bail or you stick it.
Right.
You can't off-speed it and get away with it too often. All right, 2-all.
See how hard it is to retrieve those spins back deep lobs from
great lob.
Enica. There we go. Oh, I think that drive was going out. I think
Rohrbach
Berendt saved her.
Set herself up with some good lobs. Opens up her drive.
And I like that down the line lob. Get some more balls to Rohrbach, but then I'd like to see Rohrbach just hit that cross court again.
It's a big point for Lemery and
Yeah,
Rohrbach.
but that was nice. That was nice. She pulled Roxy
15
down
out.
the line, got Roxy a little out of position. Her body was out of position. She tried to hit a ball that wasn't necessarily the right place to go. Caused the error.
I want to compliment John Scott and ENET Live with his production crew of Kelly and Austin putting together those instant replays and just a much greater improved production. It's just been an amazing progression over the last 8 years.
This is a well-oiled machine. Also thanks to Jerry Viant. Well, she tried it again, but unsuccessful. She was moving backwards on that
30,
shot.
15.
Would have needed to swing a little harder there.
Right.
When you swing as hard as you can and you take the outer coat of fuzz off the ball in that shot.
And Enica just looks so comfortable.
What
That's
a
a
shot
great
from
shot by.
Rohrbach.
Yeah.
40, 15.
She just needs one. She's smiling right now.
Things
They
are
need-
starting to flip a little bit.
Yeah,
And we're feeling the positive mojo with
Right.
Lemery and Rohrbach.
40-15, chance for them to go up for the first time in the match.
Great volley.
She's made some great shoelace volleys, Rohrbach.
She's got great
Oh,
hands.
that's too bad. That's too bad.
40, 30.
Don't want to be the one to mess up when your partner hits a volley like that.
Don't want to be the point ender out there. This is a game of never missing.
Okay, I like that she let that go, Lemery.
Huge point,
Yes.
Lemery and Rohrbach. Berendt has been rock solid. Hasn't made
Look at that.
many errors
I
at
don't
all.
think, I don't think she has made any mistake.
I don't think she has either.
No.
The X factor is Enica.
But it needs to be Enica. Oh,
Oh, did we
we
jinx
spoke
her?
too soon.
Game, Lemery
We
Rohrbach.
spoke
They
too
lead
soon.
3-2. Second set.
Okay.
Enica Berendt won the first.
I like it. I like it. They're getting back in. Let's give you a quick update on the score of the other semifinal right next door. In the first set, Cruz and Warner are winning 4-2 against Dardis and Shea. Much longer first set than the play here of 20 minutes in the first set.
There's another classic old school versus
Yes.
new school matchup
Yeah,
for sure.
all right. All right, we have Berendt to serve at 2 serving 3.
Right now, the new
Oh.
school teams
15
are
love.
prevailing.
Again, another unforced error, really, by Lemery. I did talk to her a little bit after the match last night against Andreikova and Zabori, and she did say that her shoulder was a little bit sore,
15 all.
right up in the top part of her shoulder. That could be a reason why she's just not feeling comfortable with her
I would tell
drive.
her, I would mention just get her footwork intensity up a little bit.
Yeah,
10% on her feet. I think she's going to be good.
right. Well, it looks like Kelly Rohrbach's really feeling it right now, so yeah, she looks good. She looks like she's into this match. She just has to keep her partner steady.
She's in her
Wow.
groove.
That's a great get by Lemery.
Berendt tried to put it between the shoulders, missed it. It's right at you. It's hard to get out of the way of it.
Right. Oh, wow. Berendt almost hit Enica in the head.
That would have left a mark. Look at the reset.
Yeah, she's really
Balls.
letting those balls drop low. It's really nice to see. no attack can come from Rohrbach and Lemery when she lets those overheads drop.
And again, I've taught for years that you don't hit overheads and paddle, you hit side heads. Like your point, so you let it drop
Right.
more to your ear. Look at that.
Oh, a
Lucky.
couple lead points. I think I'd bail. Yeah, she should have bailed a little bit earlier.
15,
Berendt.
30.
I'm with you. Okay,
All right, we
big
got
spot.
15:30. We've got an opening here for Lemery and Rohrbach. Got Lemery already up, looking to blitz. Okay,
rhythm-
there's
the
a
rhythm
little
is-
bit of that confusion again.
Yep. And the rhythm's starting to favor Lemery Rohrbach. They're
Yeah.
getting them into their game now.
Right.
A 20-minute set is not what they want to be doing out here.
No. There's a, yep,
She's looking for that nick.
she sure is. Berendt's doing a good
Reset.
job of blocking, but oh, it's not the side that Berendt plays, so a
15,
little
40.
off time there.
Energy
Their
levels
drive.
down a little bit.
Yeah, double break point.
Happy feet. Keep the feet
Okay.
moving. Good things happen.
It's that roller again.
Great lob there. Highs the lights. Those screen lobs in an ideal world, gang, you get them up as high as the lights, just wide.
Yes.
30, 40.
Okay, still break point. I like to see Rohrbach go low at the feet and Lemery just blitz. Again, she does have Enica there, so she's going to have to maybe try to
Goes
pull
right
it.
up the line.
Yep, down the line. Great.
Did that go
Good
over?
call.
Oh, it
That
went
did not.
over.
It did?
Score is deuce.
Oh, wow.
We were
Didn't
looking
see
right
that
in the
go
sun,
over.
And we thought
I thought that Rohrbach got that.
5-2. Cruz Warner up over Dardis and Shea.
Okay. There's her second miss of the
Advantage
day.
Rohrbach.
Yes.
Laura Berendt. Volley and a serve.
Rohrbach's mixing those returns up nicely. There we go.
Right.
Starting to spot them.
Cross court, down the line. Making sure her opponents are in good position. They were.
Right on the line on that overhead from Roxy.
Wow.
Here
That
comes the drive.
athleticism from Enica. Wow. But still.
And look at
Game, Lemery Rohrbach. They
She
lead
didn't
4-2.
overhit that ball. She
Second
took
set,
something off it.
Enica
And
Berendt
actually,
won the
it's why
first 6-1.
Berendt missed. She was so far out in front of it, never got there.
Right.
4-2, Lemery Rohrbach
Right.
making
Okay.
a rally.
I like it. It's a match, Rodney.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what makes this game so much fun. The momentum swings are vast.
Right. Well, again, just a couple loose errors. Both Enica and Berendt, but a few more by Enica, but that's what they need. And again, sometimes you're feeling it a little bit. You try lots of different shots, and then you make some mistakes, and it gives your opponent an opportunity to come back. It's a very nice high lob by Enica. Again, let courts are going Enica and Berendt's way today.
Perfect.
Wow. Perfect shot.
Love 15.
Roxy and Enica going right for the crease and got it.
Mm.
You know, you don't hit that, gang, unless you aim for it.
Right.
Take dead aim for it and put a little more pepper on that when you're going for it.
Okay, they're going to have a little discussion. Lemery and Rohrbach. I like the discussion. I like that they're constantly talking after every point. Okay, so twice she's tried that again, and both times she's been falling backwards as she's been hitting
15
that.
all.
She's got that Wanaraya scream, too, when she misses her Ginsus.
Oh, short lob by Lemery.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
I
in.
think that...
We'll never know.
We won't know. Thought that was going out, but
There's the one I like. I like that little off
Yes.
speed to that side screen
Yes.
at times. Mix it up.
right, not the same overhead all the time at the body.
The changing of the speeds is huge.
Mm-hmm.
15,
And
30.
it's so big because it keeps your opponent so off balance. They
Exactly.
can't get regrouped. And it's frustrating. It makes you feel like a beginner out there.
Then all of
Wow.
a sudden they miss, and you wonder why they miss, because they change speeds.
Yeah.
People don't realize it.
15-40.
But again, that lob, both Enica and Berendt wanted that shot. Berendt wanted the backhand roll, and Enica wants the forehand roll.
What a shot from
Wow. Yes,
Rohrbach.
off the nick. Nice cut by Enica. Ooh, wow. Enica got out of the way.
Yes, she did. Almost got it.
30-40.
This would be a great game for Lemery and Rohrbach to sneak out.
Yes.
You know,
7th game of the set. Very important. Could either be 5-2. Okay. Could either be 5-2 or 4-3. I like 5-2 much
Deuce.
better.
one of them needs to release up here soon. They're starting to slow down these return of serve so they can go in and cherry pick one.
Right. Right, like one of those.
Just every now and then.
And I think I would do it off Berendt because her drives are a little less threatening.
She's good at keeping it low, though. She goes to that
She is.
flat push versus her, full stroke when they're both back. She's just trying to take the net over. Another crease.
Yeah.
We called those doinks.
Advantage,
on
Enica.
Ritzia. Chris Berman from ESPN always used that word, and we stole it. Break point number 3.
Nice place drive by Lemery.
Good lob. Got Enica behind the service line.
Yeah, when you see her feet behind the service line, it's a great time to start moving in yourself on the backcourt.
Berendt hits that great two-handed roller.
Mm-hmm.
We call that the deuce.
Really handcuffs your opponents.
Great cover from Lemery. What a point.
Down the line, that's a nice shot.
Enica was thinking about
Cutting it
Ginseling that
again.
thing.
Yep. Ah, too
Game,
bad.
Enica Berendt, Lemery Rohrbach lead the second set,
Great
4-3.
drive.
Enica
That's a
Berendt
break.
won the first.
Great drive to go for, though, Rohrbach.
Missed it by a whisker. Looks like it's going to be a sunny day all day, Lisa.
Yeah. Get a tan in the booth. Okay, a little longer change over there, but everybody's regrouped and ready to go. We have Enica serving at
3-4.
3-4. Yep. All right.
See if Lemery can find her drive over in this corner, which she has not found yet.
No. Okay, I'll let court went Rohrbach and Lemery's way. They need that.
They
Love
do.
15.
Okay, got a little footwork action going by Rohrbach. She's feeling good. Lemery's going in. Don't stab at it. She luckily got out of the way of that ball. She would have lost the point.
Great ham and egging there from Lemery and Rohrbach. Lemery had to get out of the way. Once again, look at
Good
Rohrbach.
coverage.
Here it goes to the hip. Right on the line. Beautiful shot by Berendt. Caught the
15
tape.
all.
They're having fun out there, though.
They always do. Enica taking a little off her serve now. It's not going for the big one as
Yeah.
much.
Well, I think that's smart. She was making some mistakes early on. I mean, her service has such topspin on it that sometimes it actually sits up a little too high sometimes. Easy to return. Again, both of them wanted to go for that ball.
30-15.
Great overheads. Again, that relentless barrage of spin and pace, keeping them off balance.
Uh,
40-15.
First
Lucky.
volley deep.
yeah.
Can't emphasize that enough out there, gang. The first volley's got to be hit closer to the baseline than the service line if you're going to have success in this game.
It's not an easy thing to do
Nope.
because the receivers are usually at the advantage.
Trying to pick on Kelly. They're in the wrong corners. Are they going to switch? See?
She got a little open
Game,
there.
Enica Berendt. Score is 4-all, second
Okay,
set.
well-
Enica Berendt won the first.
What do we think we need to do here? All right, so 2-game change, 2-game switch to Berendt and Enica. I was thinking that Rohrbach and Lemery were on their way.
Game of streaks.
Yeah. Let's see if the momentum stays to Berendt and Enica here.
Good lob there.
Find those holes. Oh, I think she was nice on that call.
It was close.
Yeah,
I think
Love 15.
if it caught, it would have been the 10%.
Yeah. No, if you're not sure, you got to call it in. That's why they have the umpire there as well.
When in doubt, you never call it out.
Correct.
Love 30.
Oh, there's 2 very quick points here right now. I'd like to see them slow that down. Maybe a sneak attack here. They're not going to do it.
I'd like that sneak in there, like you said, off the serve one time.
Love 40.
Let's take a breath, slow down, let's talk to each other. I like it. Got handcuffed again by that roller from Enica. Really keeps the opponent again off balance. Look how short the lobs come in when Enica hits that spin. So I think as a team, I'd want Enica to hit every overhead.
Again, I think Kelly could let a few more go to the screen just because it's easier to hit a controlled lob.
Right. And it gives them a little more time to set their feet up for the next shot like that. I would love to see her. You're right, Rodney.
Right court.
Again, another leg court going to Enica Berendt. Doesn't seem fair, does it? I thought the Chicago team's
Game,
supposed to
Enica
have
Berendt, they lead 5-4.
have home
second
court
set,
advantage.
They won the first, 6-1.
We want to take a time out and thank one of our lead sponsors, Uline. They are the leading distributor of shipping, industrial, and packaging materials to businesses throughout North America. They ship over 2.5 million boxes every day, but they are so much more than a box company. More than 32,000 quality products are always in stock and ready to ship. Outstanding customer service means they're here when you need them. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Uline, the best selection, products, and people for an unforgettable customer experience. They've come a long way since Dick Uline started that out of his basement. Thank you to all the Ulines.
Okay.
All right, they're back to the
Back in
corner,
action.
Lisa.
Okay.
Love 15.
I'll say an unlikely miss, but a miss by Enica and never hit a wide overhead. Never miss an overhead, but definitely not wide.
Richie Mayer. That's what he preached. He only won 10 plus national championships.
Right out her shoelaces. Way to read that,
Love 30.
Lemery. And
That's
again,
the
Lemery's very
downside to
fast.
that roller. If it hits the back screen first with a pretty good angle, it'll kiss off the side and set up spicy.
Right.
Great hands, Berendt.
Okay, looks like Lemery's finding a groove a little bit. Get the hometown. Okay, 2 overhead misses in the sun. It's
Love
even though it's
40.
out there, it's not as bright. It's slightly behind the clouds right now.
No, it's pretty good now.
Yeah. All right, love 40.
Just what Lemery and Rohrbach needed. A quick start, 3 break points.
Excuse me.
Let's
Wow. And I think that was out. All
Five
right.
all.
Lemery Rohrbach. Score is 5-all, second set.
Right.
Enica Berendt won the first.
And it's 5 all over on court 2 with Cruz Warner, Dartis Shea.
What a first set for them. Knew that was going to be a dog fight.
Indeed.
Okay, well that didn't go
15
Barrett's
love.
way.
They're ready for a serve and come in too.
Yeah, look at the energy just pick up a little bit with Lemery and Rohrbach.
Someone should come in, poach one.
Yeah, I believe.
And what they can do is stuff the net player. 'Cause they're coming, they're sneaking in a
15
little
all.
early, set up for that. And you're right, Lisa. You do it to Laura.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think you
15-30.
got to do it to Laura. I think it's
Got
just
that little, as I
right.
call it, the little poocher.
Right. I'd actually like to see Rohrbach go in behind it.
Me too.
I think she's hit some nice volleys at her shoelaces today, and I think she's feeling comfortable coming in. Nice dig by Lemery. She's so low.
That's a good dig there, too.
Really.
Quality of the points is picking up.
Mm-hmm.
up?
3 deep lobs by Lemery and
15-40.
Rohrbach in this game. Not what you want to get to 6-5.
And again, 40 love in this game, Lisa,
Mhm.
is a great opportunity to break somebody's heart.
Yeah.
Wide,
Okay.
wide ball.
There's
Wide ball.
more and more comebacks.
30,
for
40.
love in this than any other racket sport.
Right.
And they got the first one, and you can't come all the way back unless you get the first one.
What are they going to do? I think Lemery's going to... No, I thought Lemery was maybe going to go in, but she didn't do it. Oh, that's out. Okay,
Crooked.
that's the 4th lob.
Game, Enica
out.
Berendt, they lead 6-5.
3 deep, 1
Second
wide.
set, they won the first 6-1.
Wow.
All right.
Well, backed into a corner again.
Yeah.
Rohrbach and Lemery. Berendt and Enica playing great platform tennis. They've got strong fighter image, body language, ready to go.
Yeah.
And Lemery's got a little bounce in her step. Here we go.
Okay. Think they'll have an opportunity here. Oh, again, that's
15 love.
probably the
Move
10th
to a
one of
little more.
today.
Got to move forward.
Yeah.
It's a little flat-footish.
Again, I'm sure she's a little tight right now. They want to even this out to 6-all to get to the tiebreaker. I can understand where she's feeling a little bit tight.
What a volley from Enica.
Yeah.
Look for a drive there off that middle screen at
Mhm.
some point in time.
Right.
Lemery does.
Right.
There it is.
There.
There
That's
it is.
nice down the line
15
drive. Okay, there's one.
They will
Right.
fight to the finish. Kelly's one of the most mentally tough players / pros I ever had at my club that I worked.
Nice lob.
There's a great one.
Oh,
Look at
way
that.
to be there.
The
Suzanne
doink.
really covered that well.
She's still a duck in a shooting gallery. They
Oh,
never let her
yeah.
up for air, Lisa.
30-15.
So nice.
Tremendous combination of overheads. Just perfect.
Right.
Enica and Berendt. That's why I think they can win majors moving forward.
Me too.
Got the firepower at the net and at the back.
Right.
Great
30
hit
all.
target.
Okay, well that's twice that Rohrbach has gotten that in this game, and she's actually done that a few other times in some of the other games, and she's done
Lemery
that
needs
down
a-
the line. It's been effective.
Lemery needs to lob up the line and
Mhm.
make Berendt hit it and
Yep.
try to set up her partner.
Yep.
Not this spot.
Right. Nope.
She's got-
I don't
gotta
want
get it
that
to the
coming
other
back.
side.
Don't want that lob
Yep.
overhead coming back at me.
Laura wanted it, and Kelly's got to get to there. It is. That's what she's got to do.
Mhm. Cross
Now
court.
she can work it from there.
Interesting. Look how far off the court Roxy Enika's just pulled Laura Berendt off the court. You can see the
Good
smile
soft-
from
now there it
Berendt.
is. There it is. See, Kelly's setting this up
Soft.
like a champ. All right. Reset. Starting over. Captain Kelly at the net. She'll play 90% of the lobs now with 2 right-handers. Look how Lemery clears for her. Gives her unobstructed view to the side screen. I always like this combination, Lisa, and then when you get a short one with Kelly, to kind of slow roll it, push it into the deuce wire,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Oh, help.
Trouble. Here we dig in.
Nice. You stayed. They didn't retreat. I like that.
Look how quiet they are from the waist
Yes.
down, Rohrbach, and
No.
what a point.
Wow.
Tremendous play.
Very good point. They needed that. That was a
30,
maybe
40.
a little swing there for them, for their energy. 30-40.
Weathered the storm at the net,
Yeah.
took some shots.
Right. Keep going forward.
What a volley
Great
from
hands
Berendt.
by Barrett. Now,
Great dig, Rohrbach.
uh,
And look how she got it up nice and high. That's a little short. Use the screen.
yes, Kelly used the screens.
This one should go real high.
Mm-hmm. Again, down the line though, Rodney. Lemery's
Yeah,
got to get
there
that
it
down
is.
the line. I like that Lemery moved in, deep lob.
There it is. There's the swing.
It's a nice third panel overhead by Enica. Makes it
This
really
one's gotta go up.
difficult.
There we go. Now that's what Kelly wants to do. Great
See if
overhead.
they
Hard
can
into the body with that cut. That's English on the ball. Throws it off her paddle.
Oh, I think she just mishit that a little bit. That's a good
Score is
point though.
deuce.
Good point.
Great point.
Yeah.
You get a little tired after playing 30 straight screenshots.
Got to be in shape to play this game, Rodney.
Ooh, especially these weekend tournaments.
Yeah. Times 3-4 matches in a row.
They played 4 yesterday, some of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Love how Berendt filled the hole in the middle. They go out wide. Try to hit one softer up the middle. There it is. And there's that sneaky drive. Here comes a roller.
Oh, she.
Match point.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage, Enica.
I think Rohrbach's going to go for this.
Match point.
It's getting
Enica and
shorter.
Berendt are so good at hitting that overhead right into Rohrbach's body. Or they go right at the nick. Or they mix them around. There it is again. It's coming right at you and me, Lisa.
It is. Great hands. Great close by Enica. She knew she hit that overhead too hard.
Right. That's a tremendous overhead. Berendt
Really keeping it into that side wire.
gluing it up there.
Oh, that's a risky high backhand overhead by Berendt, but she made it.
What a point. Everything on the line here, Lisa. Rohrbach and Lemery playing their hearts out.
They got nothing to lose now.
Just a match.
Dig it out, Lemery. Let's keep fighting.
Love to see that
Fighting,
go
ladies.
higher.
And she gets the
Perfection.
back line. Let's keep
Perfection.
fighting. What a lob from that.
Great cover.
Yes.
Stab volley from Lemery.
Okay, let's keep it over to Berendt. They've gotten some mistakes from Berendt when they've transitioned. She's got to be very careful. Oh, no.
Game, set, match. Berendt, Enica. 7-5, 6-1.
Tremendous match. They move into the finals.
Yeah.
Berendt and Enica, we will be right back in just a moment after
Good
these
stuff, ladies.
messages.
Thanks a
We'll
lot.
flip over to the other semifinal match. We're at the APT Network presented by eNet Live.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We have flipped over to a semifinal match between Dardis and Shea, and Cruz and Warner. Dardis and Shea win the first set 7-5. We're going to cue it up for you here, and we're going to continue to roll this tremendous action at the Glenview Club in Gulf, Illinois, Chicago Charities. One of the major platform tennis events in the game. And here we go. What a rip. Cruz, I believe, won the first game of the second set. Lisa, the clouds are rolling in a little bit now,
Yeah.
so players might not mind.
Liz Cruz to serve, 5-7-1-0.
Okay. Okay, so right now we have Liz Cruz, closest to us. She just served that first ball. She's in the black vest, black pants.
Love 15.
She's playing with her twin sister, Marion Warner, and she is in the blue vest, hitting the screen right now. And on the right side of your screen, hitting the overhead right now, is Cynthia Dardis in the black vest, green shirt, and Amy Shea hitting the overhead in the blue shirt and black pants. Dardis and Shea are a formidable team and playing the game for, I believe, over 20 years together. Never split partnership.
It's awesome. They're a great team.
They really are. They find a way to win. I mean, I think they were down 4-2 in the first set against Warner and Cruz, and they came back and won that first set 7-5.
Well, if you make half volleys off your shoe tops like Shea just made back to back,
Yeah.
you win a lot. Love the sister act here.
Yeah, so this is their second tournament together. They went to the finals of the Philly Open, the first
15
Grand
all.
Prix of the year. They came into a buzzsaw with Hanisch and Van Starrenburg in the finals, but as a team, they played really well together. Cruz is a two-time national champion with
she is.
Anna
15-30.
Brazova and Gabriela Nicolescu. She's won twice. So she's definitely an experience on the court. These two are fighters. Great drives. They pull their opponents back so deep with their lobs. They really move it around, and then they're always looking for that drive opportunity. Always looking for that drive opportunity. And you always know that they're going to be fighting, and they're
15-40.
never going to give you anything. You're going to have to work really hard to win a point. So we're at 15-40 right now. That's a long return by Cynthia Dardis.
30-40.
Cruz is always fun to watch. She can drive
From
anywhere
anywhere.
on the court.
Yeah, she's always looking for that backhand. She's always looking for that jump. If you notice that she, a lot of times, actually gives her opponent that back screen. She's allowing them to hit to that shot. See how she stands a little bit sometimes to the right,
Yes.
baits them to hit that ball into the corner, and she jumps right on it.
Game. Set score is 1-1.
Shea's got one of the better overheads and more of a side head. She lets it drop and hits that little cut, keeps it low on the screens. A little tougher to drive off the screen because it stays down.
Right.
And Dardis has got one of the premier drop shots in the game. If she gets a chance, she's going to hit it. I've had the pleasure of calling a number of their matches. There it is.
There it is.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with that drop shot, Lacey. You might not win it on the actual shot, but overhit, as we saw there, or maybe it creates a hole and they fill it. on the
15
next
love.
Right, right. You're right. That's just an opportunity to get them off the court and get them scrambling. It doesn't necessarily have to be the winner.
Sort of like that hard roller into the body. It's the same thing. They create space, holes,
Right, right.
and it makes the game more exciting. This nouveau game is fun to watch. But here we got the old school, new school combo again, and our first semifinal, new school one.
Yeah.
Not that Rohrbach and Lemery are total old, but they play a very conservative game from the back, wait for their shots.
Again, she's got that drive-lob combination. She lobs, and they drive. And she's driven again, but again, she's going up. And
It's
it
like
really
I-
works your opponents. It works you. It makes you so tired.
Well, the question always has been, who gets more tired, the lobbers or the overheaders? And it's the people at net going up and
Yes,
back.
really. I mean, it's a lot of work.
And I've always said, why do you lob? I've taught for years. Why do you lob? So you can drive.
Right, right.
And
A lot of
it's that
people try to
simple.
drive just because.
Because they're tennis players.
Right. Yeah. They think they can.
Well, they can. It's just they got a wall
Right,
that
right.
can hurt you. They learn quickly that that's
Right.
not going to fly.
Right. But again, always looking for that drive.
There it is.
It's a nice long paddle point. Somebody who's so good at that, getting people out of position and really just finding the holes, was Jerry Viant.
Oh, ouch.
Wow. So Jerry Viant was a master at getting people out of position. Used to play her when, wow, how many years ago now, Jerry, if you're listening?
30 love.
About 6 years ago in the national 6 years ago in the national championship in Huntington, and I said to my partner Liz Jaffe, we are going to have to work. We're going to have to work, and that's what I think Cruz and Warner present to their opponents. It's work. They're not giving it to you for free, and they're making you work for every single point. Up, down, up, down.
And if you hit a loose ball, they're pouncing all over it.
Right. Now they are. They find the holes. They're very precise with their drives. They do have patterns, but they're very precise.
Well, I love the fact the sisters are playing together, and
Yeah.
I played with my brother Rick in tennis, and my first platform tennis tournament. We always have fun playing together, so good
Yeah.
to see.
Nice, soft middle from Cynthia Dardis.
I like
She-
that overhead from Dardis,
Right.
trying to find that short corner
Right.
on the shorter lob over there.
Right, and opening up the court to get behind Liz Cruz in the ad, because she's always looking to help her sister, Marion Warner, especially when that ball comes close to the neck. And again, Marion Warner is a little bit,
40 love.
I won't say shakier, but she's not as comfortable in the screens as her sister Liz Cruz is. Not to say that she's bad, because she's very good.
She looks pretty good here, and she
Right.
had a good pitch to hit there, just caught the tape. Remember my favorite Broadway play. No, Nanette. Ever. Hank Irvine used to get very cross with us when he was teaching us how to play if we hit it in the net.
Up. There we go.
Game Dardis, Shea. They lead the second set, 2-1.
That was one of the more casual errors I've ever seen from Cruz.
Right.
She
Right.
just sort of just dumped it in the net
Yeah.
with no real set up and rip.
Right. Kind of get lulled to sleep a little bit. Some of
Is
these
it
long
fatigue?
points.
Is it, when you see a shot like that, you start wondering what's going on.
All right, 7-5, 2-1 for Dardis and Shea. They won the first set 7-5, and they're up 2-1.
They just frustrate you, Dardis and Shea.
They
You know,
sure
it's
do.
style and cunning versus the young upstart team with all the firepower you could ever want.
Mhm.
And I said to Dardis and Shea before they played today, you have frustrated more young teams.
Yeah,
I wonder how in the heck did we lose? Not only did we lose, we lost badly.
right,
Two gals in their 50s.
right. But it's funny, we
that's-
talk amongst the tour with the players. Okay, I think I figured out how to beat Dardis and Shea. And they come off the court. How'd you do? We lost. I don't know how. I don't know what happened. Try
What
it
was the
again.
score?
I
2
think
and
I know
3.
how to play Dardis and Shea. We lost. Okay. Well, they have an ability to figure out and change. And I think that's their strong suit. They're very smart, intelligent players. They don't make a lot of mistakes. And when it comes to the big points, they are solid. They make them. They go for it.
That's
Amy
exactly
Shea
right.
especially, she goes for balls. She is the X factor for sure. If she makes those balls, they're on. Cynthia does her job very well. And she knows I am not allowed to make mistakes,
Look at that shift there. Tap into
Mhm.
the overhead.
right?
You know,
Cynthia Dart is tight on the net.
I've always taught, they're there's two things you need to have to play your best. You got to have dominant eye control, which is a fancy way of saying concentrate, and you have to have a game plan. And like you said, these two always have game plans.
They do.
And they'll evolve into a loose error by Dardis, which she rarely does.
Right.
But
Right.
Love
my
15.
axiom number
I'm
one
sorry.
was plan your play and play
15
your
love.
plan. What are we going to do to win? Talk about it, converse it, and then do it.
Right.
Because so many times you
15 love.
you say you're going to play it and you're not playing it.
Right. Right.
And
You
lose.
forget the game plan. Well, sometimes you're just reacting and you forget what's going on. But
Exactly.
again, you're so in such close quarters with your partner, you could even stay in the middle of the point. I used to do that with my partner, Liz Jaffe. We would just like, wait, what are we doing? Where are we going? In the middle of the point.
Again,
Okay.
great overhead, got it in tight to the side screen,
Yeah.
glued it up
15
there.
all.
Got the great weather now. Lisa, the cloud cover
Yeah.
came from the west.
So nice now.
Oh
Good,
boy,
good
nice
paddle
for
day.
everybody, including us in the booth.
Right. Okay, a little confusion there. They're going to pounce. Oh, looked like a tight drive by Marion Warner, but still, I like the setup.
15-30.
Always frustrating when they've given you the drive. They're giving up the net and you miss.
Especially now, they want to. Cruz and Warner want to get back to 2, back to even 2-2. Don't want to be down 3-1 with this team.
Look at Cruz coming over there and helping out,
Yes.
playing that nick.
Yeah,
That is so fun to watch. What a drive
that's a
off
great
the
drive.
screen.
Little high overhead hit by Amy Shea.
30 all.
Shea may decide to go in a little closer next time that situation comes up.
Mhm.
You close in, can't get it at your feet, but there's always that lob thing too. See, in this deal, I always tried when I was in the backcourt in this situation, get Dardis to hit an overhead. It's not easy to do.
It's not.
But whether it's Cruz coming, there you go. Now there it is. Now she's
Mhm.
got that. Get her off the net. She wants to do it again. There it is. I love that lob. That's a must. And there we go.
Yeah, but then I'd love to see her lob that next ball when she's getting Amy Shea so far over to the right.
Exactly.
I'd love to see that next lob far over to the left, and there's the opportunity to get that drive that they're looking for. Okay, that's what you want right there, Rodney.
Yes, I do. And
I agree with you.
and that creates a lot. That shot you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
There.
pull that up the line. More to Dardis, because the captain of the overhead is going to take them most, and you're just going to try to cause some confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the duck. Great duck by Dardis. There again, a duck. Get out of the way.
Yeah, she actually almost hit her on that shot.
What a volley from Shea.
Mhm.
Warner puts it right on her shoe tops. Good choice.
Lots of communication by Warner and Cruz. Love hearing them talk to each other. What a point.
And again, the longer the point, the more important it is to win.
Mm.
I can't emphasize that enough. It breaks the spirit of your opponent, especially in a long match. You work so hard, you got nothing to show. Doink. Look at Cruz sticking her nose over there. I used to award a free paddle, Lisa, to the members who could make that first of the year. So if they came over and covered and played the ball that squirted out, they got a free
One-sided.
paddle.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, my lady started sticking her nose in there.
Wait a second.
What happened?
Did she get an overrule?
$30-40.
Not too sure if she got an overrule there,
I
but
wasn't sure either.
no.
Look at the hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just don't seem to worry. They don't stress. A lot of ladies would be backing up to that shot, and
There it is. That's the lob.
They're
You
not.
Create some.
again, Warner is always there to help cover when it hits that corner nick. I like that down the line drive from Warner to Amy Shea. Pulls her.
Good eye. And again, on those very deep lobs, No need to jump up and scissor kick.
Game, Dardis, Shea.
Let it
They
go.
lead the second
Maybe
set,
it's out.
3
If
games
it's
to
in,
1.
you start it up again. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 for Dardis and Shea. They won the first set 7-5.
And
That was a big game.
they trailed in that first set too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They trailed 4-2. At least the last score that we had, they were down 4-2.
And how often do you see that, Lisa, where that young aggressive team starts out gangbusters, gets up early, and the seasoned team slowly plays their
Slows
way
them
into
down. Well, a lot. And see, I like that. I like that blitz. They need to break up the momentum of this a little bit. And I think with those drives
Love
that
15.
Cruz and Warner have, gives them the ability to do that a few times. And they need to do that so their points aren't 90 balls.
Well, it's great for Warner to get some confidence
Yeah.
because she needs to believe she belongs out there and she
Right.
can do it. Obviously, her sister's got 2 national championships.
Yeah, she does.
And the sister wants to add one
Right.
on the mantle too.
I think they're good together. They're a really good team. They play very similar styles, not getting a lot of errors.
Imagine that, identical.
Yeah,
twins
identical
playing
twins,
similar.
playing the same. Thank God they don't wear the same outfit because I think we'd get really confused. I know I would get confused. I talked to them,
30.
sit at lunch with them, and I think, okay, am I talking to Liz? Am I talking to Mary? And I'm not too sure sometimes. They're really nice ladies.
I'm just glad that Marion's not wearing her glasses now on her face. I can discern who it is.
Right. That's a
Uh,
really fantastic drive.
It's got some extra giddy up on it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's what it takes
love
for
40.
these players to miss. You know, they've got that regular level drive, little variance, but if you go outside of that speed, that's harder to volley. And there aren't too many that do it, but then they just have to not miss when they go super big.
Cynthia Dardis does such a great job of getting back in on those overhead hits. That's
Game, Warner,
unlucky for
Cruz.
Dardis and Shea, but
Dardis and Shea lead
Hey,
the second
The
set,
let
3
course
games
in
to
this
2.
game is huge.
yes.
And
well,
again,
we
late
s-
in the match, late in the set, here again, a game point. Warner loads up off of that screen drive and gets the lucky break. That's a momentum changer.
right.
See what happens from this point on.
Well, we saw that with Enica and Berendt. I think they had about 8 to 10 let courts that went their way. And, you know, sometimes that is the difference.
And they're in the finals.
Unfortunately. They are, and I'm proud. I'm happy for them.
Me too. I'm happy. I've
right.
known Laura for a while. I'm so happy she's in the final. University of Texas tennis player. They won a number of national team championships there. I think she was an All-American. I'm pretty sure she was.
I could see that. She's got a lot of talent.
One of our members at our club was an All-American with her, Farley Lansing.
Okay.
And unfortunately, she broke her foot when she was just starting to get in the paddle, and I was
Oh,
I
that's
was
too
always
bad.
hoping I'd get her and
Love 15.
Kelly, who was one of my pros, to play together. But
Okay.
she played with Laura at UT. Here we go, back to the live action.
It's a great tennis school, University of Texas. Played them many times. Well, young, a little older than Laura Berendt, but oh, she just hit the top of her paddle, Liz Cruz, and falling away a little
Love
bit.
30.
Dug a quick hole here.
Yeah, really, love 30.
And when you're trailing, you need to get that first point of the game in this sport. You got to get ahead, stay ahead. It's sort of like pitching in baseball. You got to get that first pitch strike. Get them just a little bit on their heels.
15-30.
But again, you hear how Dardis is saying to Shea, I'm sorry. She doesn't want to make those mistakes because Amy Shea's gonna make a few more because she's more aggressive.
30
And
off.
Dardis is very cognizant of the fact that she needs to be the one that's not making the errors.
And 2 quick points puts it back to 30 all.
And she knows it. Oh boy. Sometimes that happens though with Dardis, and she slows down.
40,
and
30.
She finds her way again.
I like that spot. I like her going up the line. I don't think the average club player does that enough.
No, I do a lot of that in practice, and it's because there's such coverage at the net.
Game, Set score in
and
the
you
second
catch
set,
people down
3
the
games
line.
all.
We even saw that with Kelly Rohrbach and Suzanne Lemery. When Kelly Rohrbach went down the line, she won, I believe, 95% of the points.
Well, this is something you don't see very often. Dardis and Shea were 30 love up and made 4 quick unforced errors.
So we're at 3-all, correct?
3-all. Service
Okay,
called
service
out.
out.
Love 15.
That's 5 straight unforced errors.
Yeah.
And so you just have to weather the bad streaks.
Right.
You got to find something good here for Dardis and Shea. They got to quickly stop the hemorrhaging.
Right. Well, and I liked that Amy Shea said, no, I don't like that positioning. Let's regroup, before she just served and just went with it. She's the server. She's in control.
I think those out there watching Shea hit these overheads, look how she lets it drop and then cuts it. You got to have the continental grip, and even sometimes you can go over to an eastern backhand if you want an extra spin.
See how she lets the ball get a little bit more further to her right as well, so she can come around that ball. She's cutting it.
And that enables her to swing hard at the ball. She touched at it. A little bit of a panic there from Warner.
Right.
She had no reason to rush
15
like
all.
that, and her partner was there for the taking on that double wire.
Oh, but if you notice that Cruz and Warner have limited their driving, they're not driving as much anymore.
That's exactly right, Lisa.
Right.
That's a great point. They've taken the air out of the ball. Ouch.
I said,
They
sorry,
say they're
not
sorry,
sorry.
but are they really sorry?
No, not sorry. They're happy for themselves.
No, it's 6. It's 6. 30-15. 3-all.
Oh, I think they're, I don't know.
30-15?
Yes.
Interesting little dink return, just trying to
Yeah.
get it low.
Okay, there's a drive. I've definitely noticed that Liz Cruz is not driving her forehand, though. So we can find a little hole.
What's funny, you called it. They're lobbing
Yeah,
more,
they really are. They're
Yeah.
playing a little tentative. I don't
which isn't
think that's their
necessarily
game.
their MO.
know. It's
But
not their game.
they lost the first set, maybe driving more.
Maybe.
And maybe they're going to try to beat them at their own game. Patience. I always taught, how do you spell paddle? P-A-T-I-E-N-C-E.
You've got everybody listening when you say stuff like that.
Well, I taught it for 35 years. And
There you go. There's the drive. So I think they need to start doing that again. They need to start stepping
30-all.
up.
yeah, but those, as you say, those steady barrage of lobs slowly gets them off the net, and then maybe a little lullish, and then one at
And
the
then
feet.
attack. It's hard hitting, like you said. It's hard hitting a lot of overheads. You get tired. They're the ones getting tired, the ones hitting the overheads.
Well, they might-
Patience.
I'm not sure the ages of the sisters, but late 20s, 30s, and they're playing a team in their 50s.
Right, right. That's,
I'd be lobbing a lot.
yeah. And Dardis and Shea had some tough matches yesterday, so it's accumulating. A little tired, maybe a little sore today. I don't look it, but
I mean, what top player that's ever played this game has not wanted to win the Chicago Charities?
yeah, it's a
I mean,
great
this is
event.
Major event, and you got to figure out a way to win.
Again, that drive from Cruz, she
40,
looked a little bit
30.
unsure about that drive. She hit it late. She didn't hit it fast. She hit it late, and that ball sailed out. Very unlikely error. But it looks like, again, they're being just a little bit tentative, driving a little less. I'd like to see them get back into their game.
Look, she's not even trying to create some advantage with that drive.
Right. There you
Perfect.
go.
The blitz. Very
Good time to do it.
Deuce.
methodical with it.
Mhm.
Controlled drive. Knew exactly where she's going to hit it. Got it low. Moved in.
Well,
Got-
she hit down the line, so it was much more difficult to volley the ball behind her, and then she just comes right to the middle of the court. Easy first blitz volley. Dardis isn't missing any of those volleys.
See, and when you're
Very
Warner and
prepared.
Cruz, you have Dardis. She hits that little arc push overhead on the really deep lobs. That's something you can blitz on. I always like to do that eventually.
Nice stab
Dardis-
volley by Dardis. That
she
was a
volleys
tough drive.
so well.
She really does. She's very consistent. She's always prepared. She's always back in.
She's a backhand ready volleyer.
Mhm.
She's sitting in there with that backhand and
She
chicken
sure
wings
is.
it when she has to. There it is. Look how deep that volley was
Right.
too.
I think we're at 40-30 right now. Amy Shea was serving. On the line. I think she called that ball and forgot what she was doing.
Well, you know what I love? Amy Shea said
Advantage
no.
receiver.
Her Dardis was getting ready to hit it. When
Mhm.
she acquiesced, she didn't hit it because, you know, sometimes your partner will hit it even though you said not to.
Right.
So she wanted to see if it was in or out,
Right.
and that's a great partnership.
Right, it
Listen to your
is.
partner.
Right.
And there's nothing more frustrating when you call a ball, say not to hit it, and your partner hits it, and you think it might be going out.
Right. Well, it gets you so confused for the next point. You're thinking your partner's going to do one thing and they do something else. Okay, they're starting to drive again, Warner and Cruz. I like it. I think they need to get into their game and not let Dardis and Shea control what they're so good at. Because they're organized at the net. There's no confusion there.
No. Left hand knows
Great
what the right
volley.
hand's doing always.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that chicken wing volley.
Right. And again, they're working Dardis and Shea a lot more with those drives. Wow. Amy Shea thought that passed
Yes.
Cynthia Dardis.
That hard cut overhead. Dardis is, I'm sure, laying in the weeds for a drop volley. She's looking for one. If she gets
is.
it,
Okay, she changed the pace.
look at that.
That's a great change of pace by Amy Shea.
That's the thing, and with all those different types of overheads
Deuce.
she has, she can mix you around a little bit. And
All right, they're back to deuce. It's 3-all in the second set. Dardis and Shea won the first 7-5, and we're at deuce.
Advantage receiver.
Advantage receiver. It's a new one.
he called advantage servers yesterday.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard it either, so hey,
No, usually you say advantage would be advantage Shea if she were at ad, or advantage Cruz because she's receiving the ball. Okay, we're back to deuce again.
Deuce.
comes down to playing the big points better, Lisa. Who's it going to be? You get a match like this, you're going to have some huge points.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Dardis and Shea are going to be the ones to falter unless they're provoked. And Cruz and Warner have won their points by being aggressive with their drives, and they need to do that. I don't think they're going to win these points where they're defensive and getting the ball back. It's not going to happen. Cruz is letting those balls drop low as well.
She's learned.
Yeah,
Great lob. Oh,
that's out. Looked like there was a little relief there from Liz Cruz that that ball
Advantage
was long.
receiver.
Advantage Cruz and Warner.
you wonder if Cruz will load up a big one here. She hasn't done
I
that
hope
in a
so.
while. I'd go for it
I
at
think
break
she
point.
could try to run around and maybe hit that backhand right
Bring
down the
some
line.
noise. Yes.
Love to see that. Okay, so she sees that.
Yeah.
They're at I formation. She just moves right to her right now. No, well, Amy hit a great serve.
Dardis is working that middle.
Oh, Marion Warner was too far back to drive that ball. What did you say yesterday? Driving the blue,
Deuce.
lobbing the green. Driving the blue.
And she's
She was
back
in the green.
in the green, both feet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this level, and you're this good, yeah, you can drive, but still, the thing people forget is the players at the net are pretty darn good, too.
Right.
And so
And they're in position.
they have so much more time to look at the shot, and you're vulnerable to drop volleys.
Right. Right.
Deuce.
Okay. This
This
is
is
quite a
about our
game.
5th deuce, isn't it?
I think
More?
so. They found a little confusion spot there. Cynthia does a really great job, Cynthia Dardis, to hit that soft up the middle.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
And she complements it with that chicken wing volley.
Mhm.
If I was Cruz and actually the sister team, I'd try to lob deep over Dardis's head
Mm-hmm.
and then look for some blitz off that little arc overhead or she likes to hit, or just get them off the net.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, there she stepped up to the blue. Warner, much better transition.
And I love the crisscross lobbing pattern. I love lob cross court, the next one up the line.
Right, I do too. I love teaching that.
It's
Great.
just a money pattern. If you can lob the first one cross court, then take the next one off the deck and go up the line, you really get them off the net.
Right.
Again, she listened. I like it when my partner listens.
Yeah. Well, even if Cynthia Dardis plays that ball, the overhead's not going to be great. She's going to have
Exactly.
to stay back anyway.
Advantage receiver.
Well, and to that point, when I was interviewing pros, I'd play paddle with them, and if I'm called a ball and they hit it anyhow, I said, I don't want to hire you. They say, why? I said, you don't listen. And that was my way of interviewing pros.
Oh,
And
I like that. There's that soft middle again by Dardis. Really, really well placed. Gets the
Yeah.
open court into the deuce, even though you don't want to hit a lot of balls there, but it's safe if you hit it soft from an opening.
there it goes. Now it's
Okay,
gotta go
oh, a
over
little
Shea.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to seen her drive that, Warner. She had an opportunity.
Look how
No.
low Shea gets.
Yeah,
She
and-
bends. She's tall,
Right,
but she bends the knees.
yes. She's very flexible.
She really is. She drops down low. Here comes a rip. No,
Nice stab. Yeah,
just a slow roll.
yeah, I'm
Interesting.
surprised.
And obviously, Shea and Dardis, they're just working that middle. That's their. And occasionally they'll swing it.
Mm-hmm.
If they get
Yeah.
a short one,
Lull them to sleep a little bit.
yep. There it is. They middle. They get a short one, attack the corner.
Deuce.
Deuce number 7.
I think you're
Mhm.
at least. And going back to what we've been talking about, I always thought the longer the game, the more important it is to win it.
But you know what? This is the game. This is the game. It's
Huge
3-all, and I think whoever wins this game, it's going to be a huge factor for this match. Oh, whoa! She almost foot faulted.
Well, that's her second net
Mhm.
fault in the
I-
deuce court.
I think she got a little nervous, thinking she was going to foot fault.
And toss may be a little too far in
Advantage
front, but
receiver.
She's old school on that. Really chases the toss, but it gets her to the net quickly. Just roll in. And Cruz just is not putting the hammer on the returns. I remember her being
not.
more aggressive.
Yeah, she's not. Maybe
Wonder
she's
why.
afraid. Maybe she feels that Dardis is getting back in so well that it's just not going to be effective, and she's going to put the ball right behind her. I
Here they are back to
Mhm.
center cut strategy.
yeah.
There it is. Now she swings
There's
it.
the great coverage by Warner. She saw that was a nick.
And they're going for that, Nick.
There's another nick.
got
Wow. Well, backed her up. That was a very close overhead hit by Dardis. Almost looked like it was going out, but she caught the line. Step up.
There's a good lob.
Right. No mistakes by Dardis.
Warner's playing rock solid right now. I mean, who wants to be the point ender out here?
No.
Nobody.
Okay, but I like that change of pace. They want a point probably at the first deuce, I think.
Great drive from Cruz. Dardis got the answer.
Wow.
How deep Shea gets that volley.
They
Look
are.
at that. How good is this point,
Yeah, this
Lisa?
is a great point. Are we at deuce right now, Rodney?
I believe so.
Okay.
Shea is on that side.
Thank God they have an umpire. He'll keep track.
This is bonus coverage. Chicago Charities semifinal match. Dardis and Shea against the sister team.
And the winners,
Cruz and Warner.
winners facing Laura Barrett, a Chicago native, to Roxy Enica.
And I'm going to go on record and give them the slight edge because A, they
And
got
they
some firepower. B, they're getting some rest here.
They are. They had a 20-minute first set. Wow. Well, there's been 4 nicks in this point alone. Something needs to happen here. Overhead needs to be hit harder. Drive needs to happen. Something needs to change. I know nobody wants to lose this point, but
I mean, there's been 2 nicks in this point, and they haven't won.
I
the
think there's
point
been
for
4.
them. We're going to ask Kelly to rewind.
Was that good?
2-minute point.
Score is deuce.
We were wrong.
I guess
Deuce,
I
they
was
had a little
wrong.
switch. Wow.
I think that ball caught.
Again, we are into a marathon game here, ladies and gentlemen. You think whoever wins this game gets a little momentum boost?
I think so. Well, it's a nice free point.
Oh, isn't that amazing? They spent a minute and a half
Advantage server.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a
Seemed
half.
like an hour and a half. I think the
At
game's
one
been an
point.
hour and a half.
to earn a point, and then they get a free one. It's
Right.
like, whew.
Wow,
relief.
thank God. Okay, we can work hard on this one. All right, I formation again for Dardis. Just punching that return back. I don't know. Wow.
To me, that's the difference in the match right now.
Right.
Is the 2-time national champion
We
is
change balls.
a little timid
Yeah. Yeah.
off the ground.
Right. Well, I mean, you have points that long, you just don't want to lose them. But you also don't want to play those long
Game
points. Sometimes
Dardis,
it's
Shea,
tiring.
they lead the second set 4-3.
Okay, 4-3.
They won the first set 7-5.
My memory's not quite as good as it used to be, but I remember her, and I've
New
recalled
ball.
a number of her matches
Who,
bringing some
Dardis
noise.
and Shea.
Just, we got a
Let's see,
replay
okay.
here. Bonus coverage, instant replay, slow-mo. Special shout out to Kelly and Austin, the production team of eNet Live out of St. Louis, Missouri. You need something videoed, they're your team. Nice bonus coverage.
And 4 nicks in that that
Quattro.
7th deuce point of that game.
I think it was more like 9.
It could have been. Lost track. Nice little. Wow, she caught that line. Liz Cruz. It's a nice dip drive by Amy Shea. Oh, Amy Shea's always looking to drive. And
Well,
she has such a
Love
wingspan, and she
15.
holds the ball so well. She
Yes,
can
she
put
does.
that ball anywhere she wants. Wherever she sees that hole, she's always got her peripheral view at the net players.
Huge advantage now to Dardis and Shea after winning the marathon
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a letdown, I'm sure, for Cruz Warner. Let's see how they. Well, quick 2 points.
She's a little off her game right
Love
now.
30.
Yeah, love 30. It'd be nice to have a quick game for Dardis and Shea. I'm sure they'd like that.
That would be music to their ears.
Mhm. Okay. Still a good plan.
Good choice, right? Hip to-
15-30.
Quick 3 points of the game. They're just staying back on Amy Shea. I don't blame them.
There it
There's the
is.
drop. That is a really smart time to do that. Had a long game at 3-all. I'm sure
15-40.
everybody's a little tired.
Short, low lobs.
Nothing
Get
good
you
comes
in
out
trouble.
of them. Yep. Yep. Free
Dardis
reign.
has got the best one. And again, what makes that work with Dardis is she holds her hands up like she's going to hit the overhead. Racket's cocked up and then drops it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very hard to
Skies.
read. Yep. It's a great lob by Cynthia Dardis, lobbing that ball to the left shoulder of Liz Cruz. It's okay, a mistake.
30-40.
I still like what Shea's going for.
I do too. I mean,
Mhm.
you saw Warner stab with that chicken wing volley.
Mhm.
Had that gone over, it would have been very hard to
Mhm.
play. But
Shea probably would have blitzed that next ball. That's a nice serve by Warner right into the backhand side of Shea.
look at her pounce.
Yeah. Shea wants to get involved.
That lob was a little shorter, but it was so high.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah.
lob shorter if you go higher than the lights.
Right.
Like that. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's money.
Shea does hit
And
some
look what she gets.
beautiful lobs.
If you want to set your partner up, or even yourself,
Okay.
lob deeper.
You know, that shot
Deuce.
is very effective on Dardis.
Yeah, it
Hard
is.
smack right to her left hip. She's got to get out of the way. It's flat. A lot of points that are won by some of their opponents this weekend on that shot.
Nice mini rally here.
Yeah. Yeah, three
Advantage server.
loose points, 2 by Amy Shea and 1 by Dardis. No way to win a game.
But they're not out of the woods yet.
They sure aren't. Oh, but okay, we're at 4-all.
Set score is 4 games to 4 games.
Dardis serving, I formation, Amy in the middle, Amy Shea in the middle. Going with that plan of dump it in the middle. Always love both Cruz and Warner, always there to help each other when it gets close to that nick.
Yeah, they are.
They
That's
don't
the free
miss
paddle.
one. No, they don't miss one.
No, they don't.
Because teams are aiming for that shot, and when you aim for that shot, a lot of times you get that freebie. But when they're protecting each other,
Like I said yesterday, the most nicks I ever saw was in your Huntington Valley National Final match against Lauren Zink and Cindy Prendergast.
yeah,
Zink hit that 20 plus times.
I know. I'd like to have that match back.
And I came back and I taught that shot to all my ladies.
Did you?
Hit it hard right at the crease.
Did it work?
Twice.
Twice.
Still
Again.
have to aim.
Yeah, you do. You have to be able to aim. God, almost another nick.
Like you said, it's no accident Shea gets a lot of those nicks. She's taking dead aim, and
Yeah.
hopefully she gets the one where it squirts parallel down the side screen, which is almost unreturnable. It's the one that
long
kicks
points.
parallel to the baseline is made all the time at this level.
Right. Right. See what
Yeah.
the umpire says.
Confirm.
Okay, he confirms it.
Love 15.
A little fist pump by Liz Cruz. That's a little opening.
Yeah, it is. Boy, Dardis and Shea, were they 40-15, 4-3?
Mm-hmm.
After winning the marathon game, you're
Right.
thinking they're in a position to roll.
Yeah, I thought so, because then there was 2 loose points by Cruz and Warner. I thought, here we go. This is it. But never discount. Two-time national champion and her
No.
twin sister. Mm-mm.
There's something about the sister karma too. If they're playing together at this age, they got good karma.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
exactly. They like each other.
Yeah.
They do have fun together.
It's great to see. Like I said, I'm a super fan of it.
They're very disciplined, though. Very disciplined. Don't make any silly errors. Oh, again, I jinxed him, Rodney. I jinxed him.
Again, it wasn't even a top
15
spin
all.
forehand. It was a
No,
little push.
just push, and
pooch.
she's not stepping in like she usually does.
It's something going on there. I just remember her bringing more
little more
offense, bringing
heat.
more noise.
Yeah, she's not doing it. Maybe she's just not feeling comfortable. She's just not feeling it. Sometimes you
That
lose
is a
your
fact.
drives.
That is a factoid.
Oh,
And now her partner, sister's picking her up.
15-30.
good, good. Okay, 15-30. I look like
There
that.
we go.
Okay, right to. I would have loved to see that ball go a little more into the
Wow.
middle. There was a little opening.
There's some trench warfare at the net, Lisa, and it looked like Warner had that. She
Yeah,
blitzed
she did.
perfectly, and what reflex volleys from Dardis and Shea.
She didn't put that drive in the right spot.
Now, at this stage of the game, each player knows what the other's tendencies are, and you got to play to those. There's a great lob.
See how Amy Shea's feet are behind. Oh, I like that. I like that little shot. She just looked like
There's
she
a
was
good
going to
lob.
lob, and she just drove.
I would have
Miss
loved that
Cruz.
deck lob of Warner to go deeper over Shea's head after she got Dardis off the net. That's the lethal combination.
Going back and forth.
Sneaky. Nope. There's no roll on Cruz's forehand. It's just a stiff wrist, old school
Yeah.
block almost. And that's like going to a gunfight with knives at this level.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot by Amy Shea. Backhand roller. Side
30
back
all.
screen.
Cruz's backhand has still got some giddy up. The forehand is she's struggling with.
Yeah. So I think they're doing a good job. Dardis and Shea hitting that middle ball. They're not getting hurt. And they can get those rollers into the corner. They open up the, put it in the middle, open up the side wires. Okay, we got 30 all.
Soft up the middle. And when you're hitting that soft up the middle, gang, and you got against two righties in the back, you want to favor that beam, that second beam coming across the back. You don't want to get it on the forehand of the deuce or the ad player.
See, that was such a great opportunity for Cruz to do something with that ball, and she didn't.
Nope.
You know, so these great lobs are for naught. It's,
And I remember her doing stuff with those forehands.
yeah, she was doing it yesterday. In Philly, she was doing it, and I guess it just could be a factor that she's just maybe not in her rhythm, not in her groove. She's not feeling it.
Great lob from Warner.
But again, look at where Amy Shea's feet are. She's behind the service line. She's got to take advantage of that. They both do. This is just not the game that they're going to win. They're just not.
Great drive off the screen from Cruz and right on the shoe tops of Shea, and she makes a miraculous volley. Here we go again. Start
Start all over again.
up. Couple shots taken. Here comes something.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's a rare miss by Amy. But,
That is.
yeah, but I like that they changed that rhythm.
30-40.
Okay, break point for Cruz and Warner. This is a big point right here. I would love to see a blitz.
This would be impressive if they could break.
See, yesterday Cruz was driving that 2-3 times in a row. Maybe she just doesn't feel like she has the advantage doing that with Dardis and Shea. And I don't blame her.
Warner's getting those lobs deep. I'll tell you what, though, that Florentina Hannah, she's the best lobber I've seen.
Yeah. And very quick. Very quick.
Deuce.
But I'll tell you, Warner's starting to take a page out of her book. Get a little higher, you got something. I mean, those high lobs create so much more offense.
Right. To think we're 2 hours and we haven't even finished the second set in this match. This thing splits.
Maybe I miscalled this. Maybe it's old school versus old school, because usually the new school, they'll bring a little more
But
pop.
looks like they're playing the game of Dartis and Shea. And
Exactly.
they're not. But again, Dartis and Shea do such a wonderful job in not allowing people to play their game. And I think that's what makes that team so fantastic.
Well, who better understands this game than those two? They find a plan that works, and they do not deviate.
Yeah. Okay.
Advantage server.
Just don't know if that is a Chicago thing. Advantage server, advantage receiver.
I've been doing this for a very long time, and that's the first I've heard
Yeah, and
that protocol.
I guess it was the same guy that said it yesterday.
it
Same
was.
umpire.
Oh, sure was. And we're just
Yeah.
happy he's up there in the chair.
Right. Ah, there's the heat.
Bombs away.
There's the heat. There we go. I guess maybe they just don't see that they're having success with it, so they're just not doing it.
Well, when you
but I
volley
just-
like they do.
Right. And I think, oh, that's just unfortunate. You know what? All right, so it's 5-4 for Dartis and Shea in the second set. They won the
Game
first set
Dartis
7-5.
Shea. They
I
lead
gotta
the second
give
set
credit
5 games to 4.
the volleys of Dartis and
Yeah.
Shea, because over a while, when you keep pounding and it keeps coming back,
Right.
maybe that's what's doing it.
I think that's I think you're right, Rodney. I think that's why they're Liz Cruz and Marion Warner are not driving as much, or not seeing that it's creating any offense. It's not helping them.
Well, and at the end of the day, when we all play, we have to figure out a way how we're going to win points, and that's the net of it all. And
Right.
I'd be curious to see what the sisters would say. Is how are you going to win this point? What are you going to do to win this point? Is it pick and stick? You got a player you're attacking, or you're just going to hit hard overheads for Knicks? Who knows?
Well, they have a style, and their style is usually the lob drive, and they're just not doing that. So I think they're a little bit out of their comfort zone.
And who better to take you out than Dartis and Shea?
Right. Well, again, that's what they're masters of, and kudos to them. They always find that way.
Serving to stay in the match. Cruz and Warner, their backs to us. Cruz in the black vest. If you're just tuning in, her sister Warner in the blue vest. Identical twins.
It's a nice dip drive by Amy Shea.
Against the unflappable team of Dartis and Shea. I love watching them play.
There we go. Let's see if they get okay.
Drop shot.
Yes.
There we go. I've seen her play before.
Once or twice. Wow. Well,
Love 15.
good for Cynthia Dartis to run that down. She's lost a few points during this weekend on
She's
that
so
shot,
good.
and she's reading it. She's on her toes. 2-hour match. I'm sure she's tired.
And they know that they need to get this done now, because if they go
Yeah.
another hour
They don't want a third set.
and then have to play again today.
Right. That's too hard. We'll try to get a replay of that drop shot that Dartis just hit.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Take a quick look here.
Okay,
gang.
so Warner's
15
winding up.
There's the peg overhead. She hits up the middle.
Right.
Great get. Here comes the drop. Watch her paddles up, and she just drops it.
Well, she's right on top of the net. That's
Soften
smart.
your hands a
Yeah.
little bit on that, gang. Your grip pressure is less.
Right.
And
Here
just
she
take-
goes again. Just trying
Look
to
at the
create
coverage.
something. All right, so I'd love to see.
Great overhead to that
Okay.
short corner from Warner.
I'd still like to see them now pick on Dartis in that ad side.
100%.
You
You think they'll switch back?
Yes, of
Yep,
course.
They did.
I love that transition. That is fantastic play.
Good.
Catch him on the transition, going to back to the right, and then get her running forward.
Dardis is getting a workout here.
30-15.
They've got we definitely have a plan of the heavy, hard roller right at Dardis.
Yeah, but I think they need to do that. That's their game. They like the hard hit. So getting into that lull of lob, 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 that's not their game. This is not Warner and Cruz's game.
Look at Shea. Here comes
Great-
the cutter right for the
Great
crease.
pickup by Cruz. Ran that ball down in transition.
Back to the middle.
No missed volleys from Dardis.
Back to the middle.
Don't
Good-
want to jinx
good
her.
drive. Yeah. I think we jinxed Laura Berendt a little bit today.
I think we did.
She hadn't missed a ball for
I-
the whole match, and
yeah.
we made mention. Then she made 3 in a row.
Wow, great volley. A little confusion.
30 all.
Yes, down the middle solves the riddle.
Ba-boom. Again, notice and listen to the communication of the sisters. Early calls. That's what you learn out there watching. It's like playing tennis in a closet. If you don't call those balls early, someone's going to take a paddle in the chops. I've seen it 3 times. It's never fun.
Just 3.
2 had to wire their jaws and drink through a straw for 8 weeks. So those are all men, of course.
Of course. No egos being checked at the door.
Dogs going after the same bone. There's
Yeah.
that high lob. Again, even Dardis' deck lob gets some good height on it. But
Yeah.
I love the way if it goes to the screen, they get hang time.
Well, Dardis is making sure that she gets some nice deep lobs so she doesn't have to run for one of those slap overheads by Cruz and Warner. She doesn't want to do that again. There's
So-
the drive.
Great rip.
Yep. Oh, see, I'd love to see Amy just keep
Double up on
going
that.
on that. Yeah, double up.
For those watching out there, long points here. The wind comes out of the sails of the net team a little more. The up and back wears you down more than just standing back there and lobbing. Pulling the trigger on the right shots. But the sisters
Close.
are getting a little fatigued now on this, and they're going to look for a chance to rip. There she blows. And
That's
bingo.
it. And I like that Shea hit that down the line, not cross court again.
30-40.
Got to change it up.
Forcing the flip of the paddle, take
Right.
a forehand volley.
Right. Well, you're looking to cover your
point.
partner.
Another went right to that same
Yeah,
spot.
that's smart.
Brilliant. Here comes the high ball, higher than the lights on those double wires. Dardis and Shea would love to end it on the first opportunity. If it's their first match ball. Nothing more fun though than stealing a match point away and then battling your way back into a match. It happens more in this game than any other.
Just seems so easy, Rodney. Just one more point, but that elusive 1 point, so hard to win.
Well, then you get the sisters who are going to refuse to lose.
No, they look like they're ready to play 300 balls.
Exactly. And how many times have we seen that?
Mm-hmm.
And then a loose error somewhere.
Yeah, that's a nice. Oh, she missed it.
Game, set, match.
Wow, 7-5, 6-4 for Dardis and Shea. They're on to the finals of the
Game,
Chicago
set, match.
Charities.
Dardis Shea, 7-5, 6-4.
They're going to meet up with Roxy and Enica and Laura Berendt.
Well, wrapping this one up before we take a break before the next match. 2 great matches,
Yeah.
partner. And we got the finals set up between Laura Berendt and Roxy and Enica against Dardis and Shea.
Yeah, I think Dardis and Shea are going to need about an hour to
11,
recover
12.
from that match. Over a 2-hour match.
Just an hour?
For 2 sets.
Oh, you're tough.
2 hours.
So
well, I think that's the rules. It's an hour.
we're
it's
going to
an
have
hour.
a great final, classic matchup coming up. New school versus old school. Great doing it with you, Lisa. We'll
Lot
sign
of
off
fun.
now. We'll be starting another matchup shortly.
Good.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.